What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button, and if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice.
Listen, Candace Owens, we know she does what she does. She does the things that she does and says the things that she says to stir up her followers, who are just pretty much cult MAGA Trump worshipers, to get them fired up so that she'll get that engagement, to get that money. That's all she cares about. She's another one of those people that benefits financially for being pro MAGA, not just somebody who is a registered Republican or votes Republican down ballot, or somebody who just supports Trump's policies. No, it's not like that at all. But the hypocrisy is, I wouldn't even say it's unreal. It is actually understood and expected from her. But girl, bye. What are you talking about? Something being like, this is expected of a woman. Well, if it's expected of a woman to not come out immediately to concede and to congratulate, and instead of doing it that night, doing it the next day after every single vote that we know of has been tallied, then what would we call Donald Trump, who never conceded, still says to this day that he never lost that election in 2020. The election was stolen from him, caused a whole insurrection and riot at the Capitol, and had charges that he's going to wind up getting dismissed against him for that. What would we call Donald Trump if this is typical female behavior, to not concede a race immediately and instead of doing it that night, doing it the next day? What would we call Donald Trump, who never conceded, who never congratulated? Actually, when it was time for the debate, never even acknowledged Kamala. She had to go up to him and shake his hand, look at him in his eyes. What would we call him? I can think of a lot of things, but you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. What should we call Donald Trump if this is typical female behavior for Kamala and also Hillary Clinton, to not concede the race that night, but to do so the next day?
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate, for science, for journalism, for justice, for free speech. It was a terrible night for poor people, for the middle class, for seniors who rely on Social Security, for our allies in Ukraine, for NATO, for the truth and democracy and decency. And it was a terrible night for everyone who voted against him. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet. And most of all,
you know something, all I can say and feel listening to Jimmy Kimmel speak is, you know it's bad when a straight white male is crying or choking back tears about the results and how it was a bad night and not having good feelings about things moving forward. Because Jimmy Kimmel is definitely somebody who is wealthy. He is a straight white male, so he benefits from that privilege that exists for somebody in his category. He doesn't have to care about what other people are going to experience, feel, and go through because they're on the wrong side of the policies that would be enacted that are going to negatively impact and affect their lives. So to have someone like Jimmy Kimmel actually choking back tears, it made me feel some type of way, because I often say I'm not in the LGBTQ community. I just feel that a lot of the negativity that they experience, it's really not, I don't think a lot of it is fair, but even the rights that they have received, guess why? It's because of white gay males, not because of other minorities, and definitely because of women who are in the LGBTQ community. You better believe that any rights that they had achieved up until this point, it's because of the white gay males that are in that community. If everyone that was in the LGBTQ community existed of everyone except white men, trust and believe, a lot of the rights that they have attained over the years, they wouldn't have received it. It's the white male privilege, whether they're gay or straight. So for somebody like Jimmy Kimmel to come out and say this, it really made me feel some type of way. And I have to commend him because, like I said, he's a celebrity. He's a white straight male. He's wealthy. He doesn't have to care about the needs or the issues of other people. Honestly, he really doesn't. So that really made me feel some type of way, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. You let me know what you think.
Yo, definitely want to jump on here real quick, man, and check on y'all and make sure that y'all was good. Just make sure that y'all was okay. Don't know if y'all can even see my arms, but if I could hug each and every one of y'all who needed a hug right now, man, and just let you put your head on my shoulder and just get off what you want to get off, God knows I would. I was just thinking to myself, man, I wish I had something big enough that I could invite whoever wanted to come just to sit around and do nothing and just check on each other and make sure that each other was good and everybody was holding up okay. I don't ever watch the election night. I always catch it the following morning. Well, at least I did the last election and this one. So I'm pretty much getting the information that a lot of y'all probably had last night, probably a little over an hour ago, and just was kind of processing a little bit of the information to me, and definitely want to jump on here and let y'all know, just because the person that you felt should have won didn't make it across the finish line, don't for a second allow yourself to question your beliefs and what it is that you stand for. Because just because some results didn't go how you foreseen them to go, it doesn't mean that you wrong about anything. All elections mean, or anytime somebody voting on something, is that this group of people, the majority, wanted to try this over here more so than they want to try this over here, for whatever their reasons is. One thing this election did teach me is something that he knew is something that I didn't know. That character no longer matters. That all the dark and divisiveness and all the things he said, he knew people wanted that. I just didn't think that they did. So this whole notion of America, this is not who we are. No, this is exactly who we are. And again, I'm a firm believer that God don't make mistakes. And I know at some point in time, he will reveal why this went the way that it did. And to the end, man, I just want to continue to tell y'all to still stand for the things that you believe in, no differently than I do. And definitely want to tell y'all I love you. And if I can hug you one more time, I would, man.
I love what Plies said. He has been throughout this time of Kamala taking the reins for the past over 3 months to run this race and try her best to secure the seat of the president-elect. Plies didn't speak any lies. He spoke that the country has shown that character no longer matters. And so that's why they chose someone with zero character, who is so anti-Christ, but yet you have these people out here that claim to be Christians and prophets saying that this was God's chosen. And it's just such a fraud. It really is. But I respect him for coming out and saying, look, I know that I was riding hard for Kamala, and I was encouraging you all to get out and vote and telling you why men should stop the misogyny against this woman. She has all of the character, the intellect, the experience to take on this position, and way more than Donald Trump ever will. But he was able to show his face and say, look, this is what it is. This is what the country has chosen. I'm feeling some type of way. I know you all are too. But I'm man enough to come back and just speak on this matter and tell you, like, don't give up. Don't give up hope, and don't stop standing for the things that you believe in just because people voted for someone that you don't. And I agree with that. And meanwhile, you got 50 Cent, who we already knew he was a Trump supporter. We already knew that he was somebody that was, even if he didn't vote, was a Trump supporter, but if he did vote, definitely was not going to be voting for Kamala. But he didn't really want to come out and say too much because he's got a lot on the lines when it comes to his business and his shows, his studio that he's opening up in Shreveport, Louisiana, you know? So this is a man that is just about his money. So he wasn't caring about character. All he's caring about is the checks. So he wished Donald Trump congratulations. And he said, I don't care how the fight goes. I'm leaving with the winner. Bleep. I still don't know how or what's going on, but congratulations. No real surprise there. So a lot of people are saying that they're not going to be supporting his series anymore. Some people are saying no more power. BMF series for me. Boycott starts now. Damn, that's why he was silent until now. Another person said unfollowed and won't be supporting any further projects of his big neck ass. Somebody else said he be eating Diddy and Jay-Z up, but telling Trump congratulations. And somebody else said, and I hope y'all never watch another episode of Power again. Somebody else said he's a rich man, but y'all gonna watch them trash A shows and make him richer. So I'll actually be the first to admit I don't watch the shows. I don't. Somebody else said, and when the cops start knocking y'all upside the head, don't call on Democrats for protests. We ain't coming. So I don't blame him. I don't blame people who feel that way. But nothing 50 Cent said surprises me, because when he came out and said that he was offered, I think he said he was offered like $3 million to perform at one of Trump's rallies or something like that. But he said he turned it down because he didn't want the controversy. He doesn't care about controversy. He doesn't. He doesn't need the $3 million. Could he use it? We know absolutely he could use it. Rich people, just because they're rich, it doesn't mean that they're going to turn down a check, because they just use that money to make more money. So he didn't need it. But he waited until the results were in, and then he came out to say congratulations. But to say it in the way that he did, it just pissed people off more. So you let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.